Good morning. Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Tampa style. Are you ready? All right, first things first, the drama. If you park in this parking lot right here, don't do it. And we need you to move immediately across the street where there's much more parking and parking where you will not get towed. So these guys will tell you in this lot. All right, let's start off. Who is here for the first time? Oh, there's a lot of hands. So I'll get one per table. Ma'am, how did you hear about us?
Actually on TikTok.
Oh, where's Tori?
It's like my very searching.
Good job, Tori, our social media manager. All right, there was a couple of hands here. Yes, ma'am.
I learned about it about a year ago when I won a grant with Working Women, Tampa Bay.
Very cool, very cool. Give her a round of applause. And I saw a hand here. Man, how'd you hear
I
it?
just learned about it from Working Women.
I love it, love it. Well, you heard it, folks. Working Women is in the house this morning. Let's give them a round of applause. They are one of the many organizations locally that are trying to help entrepreneurs and the general business ecosystem. And if I missed anything, please forgive me. But I know you guys are making a difference because I've heard the name of your organization for many years. Thank you and welcome. All right, quick heads up or reminder, social media. We are on Facebook at 1 Million Cups Tampa, Instagram at 1 Million at 1MCTPA, LinkedIn 1 Million Cups Tampa, YouTube 1 Million Cups Tampa. And as we're starting, a couple of quick items here. So 1 Million Cups, we are part of a nonprofit organization that's headquartered out of, I think it's Kansas City. And we're one of the many chapters around the country. Are they international yet? Does anybody know?
No.
Okay, they're only national. They have dreams though. All right. This is the way we keep attendance. They do not spam you, but if you would sign in with the QR code and leave your email, it just lets them know that this chapter is making a difference for the 1 Million Cups drink. We have a QR code also for the Entrepreneurship Collaborative Center. They do not spam you, but if you'd like to keep aware of the events that are happening, this is one great way to do that. You can give them your email as well. Sweet, I'm on track with all the announcements. Okay, I think that's it. Are we ready to cue it up?
We are ready.
All right, and then today our first presenter is Positive Path Now with, where's she at? Kathleen Gallagher, come on up.
Appreciate it. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. It is so nice to see a full room here at the Entrepreneurial Center. I've gained so much from this center, so many classes and great connections. So it's good to see your smiling faces. I am Kathleen Gallagher. I'm dedicated to building stronger, healthier communities. A little bit about me and my background. I'd like to say I was recently refired. I wasn't actually fired from my job, but I refired myself into a new career. I had a long and stressful time in human resources for over 20 years. And during that time, I had gotten certified as a yoga teacher. I knew that I needed some tools in my toolbox to help me cope with all the stress that was coming at me on a daily basis. And it really did help, by the way. I am a multiple certified yoga teacher, restorative, vinyasa, meditation. I've kind of done it all for a long, long time, and I love it. Along the way, I also got certified as an alcohol-free life coach. And that's another thing that's kind of near and dear to my heart. I don't want to preach, but it really does make a difference when you start to pay attention to what you're putting in your body and what you're not putting in your body. I'm a certified community builder. If anyone is familiar with Daybreakers, these are dance parties that happen in the early morning time in New York, London. Who said yes? Yes, okay, yes, right on. New York and London, Miami. I would love to bring such programs to Tampa. And I'm a lay delegate at my church, which is MCC Tampa. Okay, so who isn't stressed out, burned out, feeling exhausted, not sleeping well, maybe drinking too much, more than you'd like, maybe overeating, right? We've all kind of been there. Yes, it's kind of the modern sort of reward loop, if you will. So I'd like to ask you to engage with me in a little experiment. If you are able and willing to stand up, and I have everyone stand up if you don't mind, I'm going to give you a mini yoga sample, right? And if it's comfortable for you to take a deep breath in, inhale, we rise up, arms come up over your head. Exhale, let your arms go down, let your shoulders drop. Inhale, let's bring it up. Big breath of air. Exhale, let it go. Helps me relax too. Inhale, let's bring it up. And exhale. I'll give you one last thing. Bring your chin down to your chest. Feel the tension that's holding back in your neck. And then inhale, come back up. Bring your ear over to your shoulder. Notice the tension there, what we might be able to do about that. And then bringing your head back up. Exhale over to the other side. Thank you so much. Go ahead and have a seat. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Hopefully you felt the difference just in 30 seconds of what some of these practices might be able to do for you. Imagine consistency over time, doing something like that once a week over months and years of time. So yoga is in my toolbox. I mentioned that. Meditation, of course, all ages, all stages, especially beginners. I love working with beginners and people who've never done a program like this before, right? To see them sort of grow over time. Chair yoga is something that I like to offer in all of my classes so everyone can feel successful. And the community dance party is probably the piece of it that I'm most passionate about. So they are always family-friendly, alcohol-free dance parties where we bring people together with a great DJ, have some fun. And guess what? You're not hungover in the morning. You feel great, right? That's the key, okay? So we know that the science says of all these programs, all these things, meditation, yoga, dancing, moving your body, and relaxing your mind are good for your heart, it's good for your brain, put you in a better mood, help you to have better focus at work. Good for digestion. That was a revelation to me, right? I had some digestive issues, and didn't they improve with some of these programs, especially giving up the alcohol? Sleeping better, huge, right? When you're moving your body, maybe not drinking as much and having a good diet. Balance, of course, internal balance, but the external balance as well, particularly as we age, and building more flexibility. Again, internally and externally. These programs are shown, the science says, to lower your sugar, lower your heart rate, lower your blood pressure, lower your cholesterol. There's no doubt about it. We read a lot today about inflammation. That's another problem that's coming up in society that affects us across the board. It takes us out of the fight or flight mode and puts us into that rest and digest mode that we need to be in order to respond to life as opposed to react to life. So I ask you to consider doing something different. Maybe instead of going out eating and drinking with your girlfriends, instead of going away for a boozy weekend, what have you, maybe to bring a bunch of people together to do a weekend retreat of yoga. I've done couples yoga where I go to your home. I consider myself to be a mobile yogi. I can come to you. Couples yoga, mother-daughter yoga, all kinds of ideas, right? You get the picture. All right, so in the end, less stress, have more fun, right? That's what it's really about. We know we need this in today's society. I consider my programs to be high yield, low risk, as in no one gets hurt, and we're very careful about that, individualized for whatever your needs are, and low cost. Really depending on the size of the group, we can make this extremely affordable, and I don't have any overhead. I don't own a building, and as I said, I'm a mobile yogi. I come to you. Inclusivity is very, very important to me. I mentioned I'm a lay delegate at my church, MCC Tampa, which is a gay-friendly church. I would love to teach in other churches who have a similar mindset. I want to be aligned with people who are embracing inclusive. We can do programs outside, perhaps in an office space, in a boardroom, or any community center. Okay, these are just some testimonials, probably too small to read from some of my students. And I'm just going to wrap it up with dose, which is just kind of my way of saying, who doesn't need more peacefulness, more joy, and building a sense of community while we're doing it? Okay, that's me.
Kathleen, great job. So now we want to pose the question to you. What can the community do for you?
Thank you. Okay, I would love some introductions to leaders of businesses, decision makers who want to bring in a program like what I mentioned. You know, if somebody says, well, wouldn't it be great to bring in a meditation coach on a weekly basis, or to do a yoga program on site, or let's do something for our church, for our community center, for our businesses. So those intros are really important, especially if they're decision makers.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Now we're going to open the floor up to question and answer. We do ask that, like Ms. Terry, you raise your hand, and Ms. Terry, go ahead.
I'm gonna do an equity entrepreneurship question. Let's tell us about your business model. How are you making money while doing good? What are the costs that people get?
Yeah, so the question was, how do I make money while doing it? Yes, yes. So I'd like to charge about $100 an hour, right? That's what my time is worth for me now, especially since I don't have any overhead. So again, depending on the size of the class, you could pay me as a one-off, right? Through an invoice, just as a one-off, or if it's a group setting, everybody pays a little. I've had classes where people only pay $5 because there's so many people coming, or $10, certainly not 20 or 25 or 30 that you might pay at a studio, right? So that's one idea. The other idea that I'd love to kind of grow a little more, Terry, is like self-care workshops where I would come in to a community center or to a business and talk a little bit about the benefits. Like I mentioned, the science, bringing in the meditation piece, and giving people small ways, not gigantic changes, that they can, you know, embed some of these programs into their life. Yeah. Yes. Oh, she's coming.
I was gonna say I was fine. I don't necessarily need a microphone. I can project my voice, but thank you. So I guess I have a question on so I am a business coach, but with my so I work primarily with brand new business owners, and I don't do mindset, but I try to incorporate mindset practices for them. Is some kind of like consulting on these things something that you offer as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to collaborate. And if that's something that, you know, you'd like to chat about more, I'd love to talk to you about that.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah,
then after this, we can connect.
definitely. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome.
Thank
I love that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have a question?
Great presentation. You've come a long way. I remember when you had this idea.
Experiment.
What I was gonna offer you was, from a business consultant perspective, like getting into local Hillsborough County contracting space. I forgot the name of it. They did a presentation here like sometime last year, where you get to register your business.
We host that program here monthly, with procurement to register your business to conduct business with Hillsborough County.
Do you need to be a nonprofit to do that?
No.
Okay, I would love to talk to you. Thank you for that idea.
Good morning. I'm just in the beginning, to commute. So I wonder, do you have like, you know that the trend now is what you do, but do you have like a special touch, special story that people can relate to sometimes when they listen to it? So out of that big group of who are maybe presenting the same or similar products.
I would like to think one of my niches, I maybe have a few different things, but one of the niches for me is the alcohol-free piece of it. And like I said, I don't want to preach, maybe you weren't here for that part, but even reducing the amount of alcohol that we're consuming, like really considering the toxins that we're putting into our body, right, combined with consistent movement, combined with meditation. I mean, let's face it, these practices are ancient, right, and thousands of years old. So to bring something fresh and new, I think we just really have to honor where people are today in terms of their stress level, and they're not getting enough sleep, the social media piece. I had a slide up there, but I kind of forgot to talk to it, how we're all just doom scrolling. And I mean, forget about what's going on in the news, right? We need something. We need that sort of lifeline, if you will, to just sort of get our heads out of what's going on outside of ourselves. But I hear what you're saying around kind of the differentiation. And the other piece, of course, is the dance parties, right? To me, that's the fun part. It's not just everyday yoga. In my dream world, I'd be teaching a yoga class. We'd be doing some meditation, some yoga, and then we move right into the dance party. That'd be the ultimate event for me, right? Yeah.
Miss Patty.
Thank you.
Or Miss Kathleen. Right here, right here. Have you gone into the senior living centers to,
I
because
haven't.
they have especially the ones that charge a lot, they have a budget for people like you. So when you walk in there to say, here's what I can offer,
Yeah.
here's my long list of things that I can bring to you,
Yeah,
to your people.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, my husband does, he's a life coach as well, and he does positive speaking, and he'll go in and talk about how to be happy.
Yeah,
To seniors that are, really in the point where their kids aren't visiting
Yeah.
and things like that. So, I
yeah.
mean, that's a resource you may want to consider.
I think it's a great idea. Thank you, and I will take you up on that. Thank you.
Okay, great presentation. I just want to say, when we were doing the stretches, can I use that on my kids?
Yes.
I'm telling you.
You should.
I actually thought about it, like, they have the children's board, sometimes kids are stressed and overwhelmed too, maybe you should teach them.
Damn, kids are extremely stressed. Yes,
I have 5, I know, but today I'm gonna try that. On my little boy.
absolutely. Yes, thank you. Miranda,
Hello.
Hi.
Right here.
sorry.
Hi, I love your presentation and I love that you made it interactive and it made people, get moving and feeling and probably think about using parts of their body that we did not think about using sitting here in this room. So I enjoyed that. I do want to point out though, that I hear you say that you don't want to preach whenever you were talking about your services or what it is you do. But I think that one of the points you have to remember is that you are the teacher and people are coming to you for your service.
Yeah.
They're not coming to Pathway Now, they're coming to Kathleen unless you have a team of coaches with you, and you're running like this agency, it's you. And so people are coming to you. So I think when you say, I don't want to preach,
Yeah.
and then you go into all the points about how Positive Path Now can improve and the benefits, it comes off preachy
Okay.
and a little generic. We want to know, why are we choosing Kathleen to help us through alcoholism, to help us through stress awareness, to help us through those things? So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to dig a little bit deep. The
Okay.
gentleman asked, or somebody asked, why is it connecting with you? Like,
Yeah.
what is it with you? What is
Yeah.
your story?
My
Why are you
story,
bringing
more about
this
my
to us?
story, maybe.
So yeah, just
Yeah.
dig a little bit deep into you and why we should choose you. Cause I'm like, man, maybe I am battling with alcoholism and I'm listening to you talk about it. But wow. I relate to you. I relate to Kathleen, and now I want to try Positive Path Now. So I think just connect with us a little bit more about your story and your why. Why are you doing this? Not just
Yeah.
the scientific research.
Yeah.
Why, but why is Kathleen?
Yeah, no, you're totally spot on. Thank you for that. Yes.
Kathleen, thank you so much. And so along these lines, and that's kind of what I was gonna say, one of our organizers who I haven't seen here this morning, Dr. Shane Smith, he always says, niche down again until it hurts and then niche again. So, along the lines where the woman recommended going into senior centers, you could go into substance abuse areas.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they would want to bring you in and offer some type of yoga they're going through a lot of adjustments and changes. And knowing that there are some physical, that deep breathing, that moving, that can put them in a space. And those people already are understanding that the alcohol or whatever is not right for them.
Yeah.
And I believe in what China just said. You don't need to say, I don't want to preach. You do. You do want to. That's your niche. You want to find the people who are wondering, can I do dry January or whatever that is?
Yeah.
And building on that.
Yeah.
Because that will then build a movement of, you know what, I went and saw Kathleen. I recommend that you go see her too. And you can drop a little knowledge on them, about how it's now a carcinogen and it's poison. And we've all been raised that, however many glasses is okay.
Right.
That's all marketing from the industry.
Yeah.
So embrace who you are, and I think where people will find you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I was gonna suggest sober living, substance abuse rehabs. My boyfriend was exposed to a sound bath for the first time in his
Yeah.
rehab facility, and he would have never done a sound bath on his own.
Right,
So,
right.
and then also, you say that I want to make sure that you're charging enough for your services, that, you have value, what you provide has value. And so, make sure that you're charging enough for the size of the group. Because that's something I'm learning as, a business owner myself, is charging enough. And I think a lot of times women especially have that imposter syndrome. And it's easy to have when you're starting out, and just make sure that you're doing yourself justice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I suggest, since you're local business, perhaps there's a corner in your vehicle, or whatever, the way you used to commute, get some sort of signature products that you sell with your service. Might that be a t-shirt, a mat, the band they put on the head.
Some swag, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, this will
Yoga mats.
make you more popular, and by time, like Miranda said, you will become a movement, and once you're there, this will be another stream of income.
Wonderful.
And like what the speakers do, the speaker get paid thousands of dollars to talk for 45 minutes, but they still sell the books.
Yeah.
And they still sell another thing if they have that thing. So the take this opportunity and add stuff and stuff that needs a meaning. Like not only the band, maybe something with a special band.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, three in one service, influential.
Yeah, essential oils or something like that. Yeah, which I do have a background. Yeah.
And you will have your own brand.
Yeah.
And you won't have to put it in a shop.
Yeah.
And it could be an online store.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Big picture. Thank you.
Great presentation, Kathleen. I love how you work the room too.
Yes.
You were like 3-point turns. I will say, because I'm a TikTok Google person, so I think even the social media presence, I would boost it up. I know we're all kind of like on social media. We're trying to kind of steer away from it.
Yeah.
But like whenever you're like scrolling for too long on social media and that little promoted video pops up, it's like, oh, you're scrolling too long, you need to take a break.
Yeah.
I want to see your face. You know? And then exactly all the time. But so even when that burnout, so that helping people move from burnout to balance, I come from corporate, I'm like a compliance manager. Burnout is so real. So like, and I'm like in my 30s, so it feels real right now.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine it feeling real when I'm 50 or something like that, when I'm not reaching retirement age. I would lean into that piece too, and especially on social media and your social media presence, we're all kind of feeling burnt out.
Yeah.
We all are like, okay, gas is high, bills are, still continuing, they're high. Lean into like that burnout aspect of everyday, like working people and just wanting to kind of find a life balance.
Yeah.
Maybe create something new, maybe start something new or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very
But
much.
excellent presentation.
Thank you very much.
Any more questions?
Thank you so much.
So Kathy, I just want to say, well, on the right track. In my Facebook feed, I see a group out in St. Pete Beach, and they hit on the same points that you do, alcohol free.
Yeah.
So you're definitely onto something, and we thank you for presenting
Thank
today.
you very much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, before we go on to our next presenter, welcome guys. I do want to point out that the presenters today are with the Equinent cohort, run by Cherry and her team is it out of Amrock? Or is it? They're Amrock Fab Lab, which is located at the University Mall. If you guys haven't seen the Fab Lab, they do a lot of great stuff there. All right, while he's queuing this up, we want to thank our sponsors, of course, this building, the Hillsborough County and the Entrepreneurship Collaborative Center that are the ones hosting us today. Just so you know, yes, it's free, but it is not free. Because you are paying for this through your tax dollars. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It's good to know, it's good to see where your tax dollars are going every now and then. And also, thank you to our, I don't see her, Julia today, our coffee sponsor, Blind Tiger. They've been providing us coffee for a while now, and so we thank them for the free coffee. We also want to take time to recognize our organizers. I see Miranda, Tori, Lynn, Cassidy, David. Did I miss anybody? All right, yeah, absolutely. It's okay to clap. Those of you who present here, you can go present at other 1 million cup, one other million cup chapters. We have 3 or 4 around the local area. We have Ocala, we have St. Pete, Lakeland, Orlando, boom, there we go. Then you can go all the way to the other coast in Miami. So you have options now that you've done presenting, and I highly encourage you to keep practicing and refining what you're doing by going to the other chapters. Those of you who are interested in presenting, you can go online and sign up at 1millioncups.com/Tampa. And what is this special video for 1MC?
I'll do that at the end.
I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next presenter, Cadington and Company. Come on up.
I want to thank everyone for coming and giving me a chance to tell you about my passion. My company is Cadington and Company LLC, and I am a community logistics firm. I am the founder and CEO of the company, and my drive is just to help people that are lost in the system. I want to help those ones that are unable to get the help they need because the system is too complex or just too time consuming. We have all been confused and experienced intense frustration, long lines due to the bureaucracy of the system. And I got caught up in the system because my family went through an emergency. I got custody of my 2 cousins because their mom was had an addiction problem. So I was thrown into motherhood. And unfortunately, I had very little guidance from the system that is supposed to help. I was thrown into agencies with instructions that led me in a circle. I was told I needed to take these classes because now I'm a mom. I was told I need to register my kids to school, but they didn't give me any instructions. I didn't even know about schools. I didn't have any biological children. So I was really thrown into this. And what ended up happening is it opened my eyes to the lack of help for not only children, but for the adults. So I actually ended up opening my home to other foster children. I'm now a therapeutic foster mom, and that actually ended up causing more problems. Unfortunately, that system is set up again to just put you in a bottleneck. They constantly put me on hold. I had long waiting times in the doctor's office. Sometimes we didn't even get seen. So again, there was just a really lack of care and concern. My family was drowning and no one was helping. I was cast out to sea without a life jacket. That's really what it felt like. And again, I became an instant mom. And I have come to know now that my passion is that care for people and that concern for people. I've realized I am a natural caregiver. So I've had to become resourceful, resilient, and innovative. So I was able to navigate through that system. I was able to find the resources that my family and I needed. I was able to do the footwork in the community and connect and make sure we had what we needed, all while having a full-time job. Again, this system that was supposed to help me, anytime I took one foot ahead, I was dragged back. And ultimately it was my kids were paying the price and they shouldn't have. So I have created my company, Cadington and Company, and I want you all to think of me as a personal assistant to the family. I want to be part of your family. I'm going to lead with love. I'm going to connect you with the community resources that you need. I'm going to help you get through your day-to-day until you are able to sustain. We understand things happen, and so many times we trust our family with someone else, and I want you to know that you can trust me to help advocate for you and get what you deserve. I'm going to be the one on those long calls while you can maintain your household, while you can continue to work. I'll be the ones helping you fill out that paperwork. I'll bring that paperwork to you. I'll find those resources, again, so you're able to sustain. Who we serve. We're going to serve people who made a mistake in life. You know, maybe they're coming out of prison. They need help finding a job. I'm going to help you find those resources. You need a ride. I can help you get that ride. I want to help people who are losing hope or who lost hope. I want to be able to focus on your positive strengths and get you the resources that you need. It is not as easy as it sounds. We've all been in that hour-long call. We've all waited in the doctor's office. We've all thought we were qualified to something just to find out we're not. And now, after all that legwork, so I'm that legwork, I'm going to get you the information you need when you need it. I would love to partner with agencies and group homes and just any community organization that is close to you, so you're building that community and you know where to go again and promote that sustainability. Here's my information. I'm working on my website and my email address, but my name and phone number is accurate. And that's my QR code. And again, I am a hope facilitator, and I want to keep a strength-based focus as my center of care. Lots of times systems focus on what you're not doing, what you're lacking. I'm here to promote what you're doing good and what we can continue to grow. And my okay.
What can the community do for you?
So the community can help me find agencies that will be able to provide immediate services. The community I'm going to need help on a digital tracking system. I need to be able to handle case volume. So I'm going to need information on what's the best tracking system for me and my company. And lastly, it's just to share my mission with community stakeholders who value family and equity and entrepreneurship. This is another resource that I could give to families in need.
That's nice. Questions?
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
You got an excellent presentation. Your passion comes through. I want to give you some ideas on the front end of your presentation. So
Yes.
the front end of your presentation says a logistics company. I was really confused for the first 2 to 3 minutes because I didn't understand what you did. A couple slides in, you said, I want to be the personal assistant to your family. I feel like that's more, bring that to the front. The logistics, most people understand logistics for companies moving stuff from place to place. And so I don't think that that's the right word to describe what you do.
Okay.
You are a hope partner, you are a family personal assistant, and the passion, once you start talking about what you do, absolutely comes through. But you talked about the system, you kept saying the system, and I kept going, I wrote down, what system?
you didn't clearly tell
Okay.
us what that system was at the beginning, and so we left with questions and waiting for that story to come through. So if you can, in 30 seconds on the front end, say, I helped people with these systems, I think that you are gonna be able to connect with people, and we're all connect, we are all want to help you after hearing it, but you can get us in earlier, and you gave us goosebump moments, which are fantastic. The story of what you went through, that resonates with people. So if we know of anybody who knows that, we know we've got to refer them to you. So
Okay.
thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Great presentation. How do you make money?
So
And then I
I,
have a thought, and then I have a
Oh.
follow-up too.
okay,
Yeah.
so I could charge a family or individual, but I would also like to partner with agencies. So case managers are bogged down. And I would like to take some of that workload off of them so they can focus on the part that requires the degree. I don't have a degree. I can help people find resources. I can help people get to and from where they need to go. I can help build community. I can do those things while the case manager is attending court cases, or they are, if someone was an addict, their focus is the diagnosis and the treatment. Well, I can help set up housing for when they come out. I can maybe talk to their family members about resources they can go to so they can get support.
One community that you may not have thought of, but you may have, is the refugee community. And there are multiple agencies, including Lutheran Services Florida, who, when a refugee comes into the United States, through the United States, there's a dollar amount that comes with them, and it gets facilitated through different agencies, and Lutheran Services Florida is one of them.
Okay, thank you.
And refugees have a lot of paperwork that they need to navigate, and a system. So it's a different system, but it's a system, and it's very hard.
All right. And can I also state that because of these, the funding that does come along with people, and these long wait times and this red tape, a lot of these funds go unused. And, sometimes they label it as money saved. But it's not being used because we're not tapping into that resource. So yes, thank you.
Forgive me, I have three things. So
Yes, ma'am.
going back to what she said, I had a dream to do that one day. They told me it's not gonna make money. And number two, you might want to consider mentioning upfront, it's like a disclaimer that you're not a professional in it. Because I was gonna start a business doing health remedies, and I heard about someone getting in trouble because they always think I'm a healthcare professional and I'm not. And if I give the service or the cure and someone get in trouble, we get in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
So you might want to put this up front. And my main question, which is the last, I'm an Arabic native speaker. I meet people in the library coincidentally all the time, doing divorce papers, doing issues, and we go to talk, and I'm like, how can I help them? So mostly I share the resources I know, but with you, now it's gonna explode, not expand. So for my question is, can I help you in that part with Arabic native speakers?
Absolutely. Yes.
I would love to.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. The lady was first, but sorry.
No, go ahead.
So you're very eloquent. I love your storytelling, and I just observed that you only have a LinkedIn account, and I was wondering if you considered having other social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram to post what you can do for specific types of people, and how you've helped people in the past, taking them from point A to B, and also getting feedback from online community. Like the feedback you get here is, I think, super useful, but it would speed up the clarity for your business model and what specific niche you could help by posting online and stories and getting feedback, so you can like focus on one specific problem.
Okay,
That's just a suggestion.
all right, thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
One of the things I love about this is by the time the entrepreneurs come out here and tell their story, I finally start to hear better what they're actually trying to do. Because this really forces you to tell that story, and so we're always so grateful when it comes through that. But regarding what Swad said, I think it would be nice when we can get entrepreneurs who want to refer the team up. But the idea of getting licensed, and we didn't address some of those, but I'm sure you have to have some licenses to do some of what you're doing. And you might check. Confirm. But doing that, making sure that you have whatever licenses or certifications that you need, that doesn't have a degree, but you might have to have some certain things done, double check on those. But you were asking about, on there you mentioned guidance on scaling a digital tracking system. There is a digital tracking system that you can connect your company to. It's called Unite Us. And Unite Us is a case management referral system that is absolutely fantastic. It's completely free to be part of, whether you're a for-profit or a nonprofit. And then you put in the services that you offer, and then different agencies look for those services and give you referrals, and you can track people through the system when you accept your referral. So, and you can put your own fees on there and everything else as well. So there is a system, and I can share some of that with you with anybody else. It's like a hidden gem. It's really, I found out about your career source, and it's a really, really good platform.
Okay.
So there is stuff out there.
All right.
But awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
very
Terry,
needed.
you are correct. There are some licenses and certifications that you would need. And a lot of them I have gotten from Children's Board.
Yeah.
So yes, you are absolutely
Yeah,
correct.
and it's not a major thing, but it's something that we can, when you finally get it all online, you list those certifications and those things to reassure people. And I agree with Miranda about like coming out the gate strong on, I want to be your family's personal assistant for case management and or your company, so that they know right off the bat.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Somebody there?
Yes,
Hello.
great, really great presentation. And yes, definitely double check on your certifications, just so you don't, have any legal hiccups. But I want to say, as on the consumer standpoint, I'm always strong into their buying into you. And you only need to have three things: the passion, the resource, the professionalism, and you have those. So just refine your story just a little bit. It's a 6-minute presentation. Solution, what you offer, why you're good at it, and then how the community can help you, and tie it all together. I'm trying to get so lost in the sauce on, the system, and like Randy said, the system, because I also was like, what? There's a lot of systems. I didn't know we can unpack them all if you want. So narrow it down.
Okay.
Narrow it down just a little bit in your presentation, in your speech, so that way you can grasp the important points, the important things that people need, so you can actually understand what it is that you're offering. And then once people inquire and move to you about what they need, then that's when you'll get the chance to connect with your client. And then also I want to say, just for the purposes, maybe think about nonprofit, maybe think about doing government contracting. Like Terry said, I know there's a lot of opportunities in doing government contracting, and I think it would be great for that. Connecting with other nonprofits. There's so many other nonprofits need to alleviate case management workload. I will tell you. Like you said, there's a pain point in case management, and you do alleviate that. So reach out to other nonprofits, or maybe become nonprofit. That will open up opportunity for you with grants or funding or whatever you're looking for. But I think what you're doing is amazing. Definitely just work on that structure a little bit. And yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Great presentation, by the way. Thank you, like that. You mentioned, or later on in the presentation, about kind of finding their strengths and kind of really elevating their strengths. My question really is, do you have, because a lot of the target audience that you're kind of gearing towards are the people who are kind of lost in their path. And so do you have a questionnaire or something that that's like 10 minutes or less, that they would need to kind of find and identify those strengths, to kind of really dive deep into their personal profile?
So that is in the works, but I was thinking on the lines of, when you go to the doctor and they have that questionnaire you gotta fill out every time. Have you felt sad in the last 4 days? Something like that. What was your last job? What did you like about your last job? So something that that does get some pertinent information and get goals out of what they want. And so finding that. Thank you. You're welcome.
The next one.
Great presentation, great passion. Really love what you're doing because I know it's a mess to try to navigate through some of these things. So, couple things. If I would definitely consider 501c3 if you can do that. I know it's kind of costly and confusing, but it could open up doors for you. And the fact that you're woman owned, even if you're not a nonprofit, there's going to be some grants out there. It might be worth it to hire a grant writer. There'll be a little bit of investment on your side at the beginning, but if they can pull in a few thousand to you, my thought would be that some of the folks that need your help won't have the money, and the entities that you're trying to work with won't want to pay you, just because they're government, they have their own, first entities inside of them. But if you can get some grants just based on your gender, that would be really ideal for you. So I don't know the grant writers. I'm sure some people in the room do know some of the ones that are out there, but I would definitely consider that.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, great presentation, and I'm all about community, so this really touched my heart. We really need more people like you in the community. But my thoughts were if you partner with schools, because the social workers are so overwhelmed. Like you call them, they're like, I'll get back with you, so you can start there. And I heard you say the court system. I don't know if you ever heard of Safe and Sound. It's when the juveniles get in trouble, the parents are overwhelmed. They go to the detention centers. I see like your flyers or whatever information you need out there in a lot of places that can actually help. So I do run a nonprofit, but I'll get with you because
Thank you.
we can use the help out of it.
All right, thank you.
Here, yeah.
Good morning, and I want to start by saying thank you for sharing your story. You are very talented as a speaker at creating a picture for your audience. There were certain key things that you had said, like when you explained how it felt like you were thrown out into the ocean without a doctor. Like you're great at painting that mental picture for us. So I've got to say, lean into that strength that you have, because it seems like a natural ability that you have as a speaker. Something that a lot of people had alluded to about niching down. And the reason I say that is because the paperwork is not the same. So I would love to see you become specialists on whether you go the refugee route, whether you go the aging and foster care, whether you go, you mentioned adoption, because that paperwork is so different. So, no one say, I can do it all. Because then you'll have a learning curve when it comes to, because if you rely on just case by case, like, okay, this person came with this scenario, now you need to learn in this scenario to be able to give them guidance. So I would definitely say niche it down. And it's good that you are still in that foundational period and really, lean into this time of that foundation. So whether that means, again, niching down and solidifying your messaging and who you're going out to. Another thing is, I would say, solidifying whether you are business to consumer or if you are business to business. Because like I also serve a community that I don't feel comfortable charging because they're low to moderate income. So I know that I'm business to business. I want the nonprofit, I want the school, I want the agency, because they have the funds to then put me in front of their participants or their audience. And there's less guilt, because you had mentioned, like, if you wanted to work with someone who just came out of prison, you might have some, you're like, well, how could they afford my services? But I do have a heart to serve them. So that might help just solidifying. And the reason why those agents who want to work with you, because you have specialized in a certain, you fill a gap that they have. So finding out because for marketing wise, you want to be able to tell them what you have that they don't. They're the agency and they have employees, they have a certain capacity, but you specialize in this and you're filling that gap.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I'm just gonna piggyback because I have very similar comments to say. Niching down allows you to create that experience, that expertise, that the word gets out. This is what you focus on. My business hat, my finance hat and banking hat comes on and it says, you need to do the hard work and find out where you can get money from. Is it going to be business to business? Is there a stream of income that's going to pay your bills? That's going to allow you to continue to put in the time and not burn out. So that's the first thing. The second thing is absolutely create the nonprofit because you're creating a movement. You're pulling people to you. They may volunteer their time. You can teach them within the nonprofit. You can still do that stuff.
Okay.
And then your business can give time to the nonprofit so that you are offsetting income coming in and you are lowering your taxes. So
Okay.
there's multiple ways to get this done. I'm happy to sit down and talk with you about it, but it really is niching down I love your passion. We all love your passion, but you have to make sure you also pay yourself and take care of your family so that you can continue to be there for everybody else. Lastly, you are going to get to a point where you are going to get so much business that you can't continue to do it all by yourself. Career Resource Center of Tampa Bay has grants for training people who have been displaced for a new occupation. So that if you let's say you have the opportunity to get a contract with one of these government agencies and you're like, I can't do it myself. There is a resource that you can go and reach out to them and say, here is the opportunity for the income coming in. These grants will pay for training them for the first 6 months so you can get that money coming in and then pay them. So there's ways for you to grow smart.
Okay, thank you.
All right, one more real quick.
Two things. Have you considered being dividing your business or the income stream to go work what you do best, even in huge places like Lutheran Services, to be the specialist that can train their staff to do what they do better with the resources, the view, the vision, the approach that you have. This will get you the money, will get you that brand to grow, will get you reputation. Within that time, you will get the certifications needed, then you would be much stronger in any niche once you go to those who need your help that maybe will not have the funds.
I have not
Start
thought that,
playing
but yes,
small.
Thank
Playing
you.
the big fish because you already have something they don't have. And if their staff learn what you do, you're solving a big problem. And at the same time, you're getting known. You love teaching them to solve a huge problem. This is one. Second, consider using AI, whether your own new platform, which I don't recommend, it's gonna cost. But navigate and find a platform that do the following. Will get a load of questions from people who cannot pay. Those are the people that you love to help. And we'll go through the system of AI, answer those questions that you love to answer on a daily basis, but they will not take your time. You do it one time, you put it on your platforms, it will get you knowing more. You cannot reveal it all because you know how it is. Still need the buck to make it. So we put those for those people who you want to help. They'll get the answers. They won't have to ask you the same question 100 times. And then you go, I've already said that. So use AI because AI can do this for you and you will do it in terms of information. Even maybe Lutheran Services staff will be guided to your resources without you even know. But they will learn it. You'll be also fixing a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Joanna. All right, we're gonna bring David up for some announcements and then I'll close it out after. Yeah. All right.
All right, so two things before we get into networking. Up on the boards is the event workshops schedule that we have for the center. I'm not going to go through them, but if you have any questions, you can talk to me, Cassidy, or Shayla. And then I want to do one thing for Lakeland. It's their 1-year anniversary for restarting 1MC, so I want to do a little video for them. Just going to record the crowd, just saying like happy anniversary or congratulations. I guess we'll have to figure out which one and then, yeah, we'll go from there, okay? So be real quick. I'm not zooming in on anybody's faces, so don't worry.
Jolie.
So what we're
Go
gonna
let-
say at the end?
Let's do,
Happy anniversary?
yeah, let's do that. Happy anniversary, okay? I'll count you down. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, Sean?
No.
Oh, Sean, right there.
Oh,
Go ahead,
Sean,
Sean.
sorry.
Quick couple quick announcements. On Monday, we have a starting your business workshop, so if you want more information, you can see me. And then I want to mention next Friday, it's kickoff entrepreneur fair. So please come and see what services, this program are available here. And then next week's kickoff small business week. So we have a number of programs. One on May 6th is the Money Talks, how to get banks to say yes. So this will be a really interactive session to help you really engage with bankers to see what it's taking to get funding. The second one on May 7th is AI Advantage, competitive ways to use AI tools. So this will be an informational session that really will dig into different AI LLMs and how to use it most effectively. And then lastly, on Friday, government contracting summit, I'm sorry, to bid or not to bid. So this will really help you understand whether this is the right contract for you. So if you want any information about any of those things, please let me know.
Thank you. I think that's it. Let's get a networking and drink some coffee.
And your last word of the week, or words,
Oh.
try not, do or do not. There is no try. Master Jedi Yoda.
Say thank you.
Get out there and make it happen.